beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Pele. Xavi. Dembele. Caresses it through. Can he finish? And he's done it!
Surprise, surprise. Look who turns up to give his side the ultimate lift before the break. Now we can look forward to a whole different game in this second half.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training. And
shooting chance! Well, that is commitment to the cause. Corner number 2 then. Messi goes short. Oh, good read.
that was well played, well stopped.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Habrá 2 minutos
Looking
de
to
descuento.
pass their way up the pitch. Driving on and making good progress. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Yaya Toure. Passing is crisp and sharp. Schneider. It's Schneider! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
That's the end of the first 45. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Casapia go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Cambio de jugadores.
The second period is underway.
Casapia can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Casapia do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical...
Shot a goal! And that is wildly off target.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. He should have put his foot right through it.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. And that's a... Ibrahimovic! And that's a sharp finish. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And it's Xavi. Tries a shot! And no mistake! And again they hit the front. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Madrid have their lead. Spread to the right. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Schneider. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Messi really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Now it's Kaká. Kaká going face-to-face with his great rival. He steps in, and that's the end of that. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Messi. Can he spark a counter here? Can he get it through? Skillfully cut out. And a chance! And that's in!
And once more, we are all square. You score, we score. Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker.
Shapes to shoot! And yes, it's there! And they've got their lead back. So smooth, a signature finish.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
Madrid with the lead. Pass somewhat off target. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Nesta proves too strong, too smart. That has ended up in no man's land.
Best clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Oh, it's Dembele. It's Dembele! Oh, he'd love to have another go at that.
Dembele really wanted that, didn't he? Probably a little too much, to be honest.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
Corner number 3 coming up.
Kaká, el dorsal 25.
Nedved with the short one.
El dorsal 6. El dorsal 23. Xavi.
And it's Varane.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 5.
Madrid have the chance to go the other way.
Sidorf, el dorsal 21. Neymar, el dorsal 10.
And he's
El dorsal 8.
That is delicious! He's got himself an absolute peach. It's level again. What a match we have.
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. expertly done.
Well, entry via the post is at the widest possible point, which means a keeper is well and truly beaten.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
And the shot! Oh, that could be pivotal! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. What a moment of brilliance, control and perfect accuracy.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Well, they've done the hard part, now to survive the last few minutes.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail to get back into this. We're never done till it's completely done.
Ball's out once more. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think.
Casapia can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
That is good alertness. Rijkaard running with intent. 5 minutes to add. Nedved, he's in plenty of space here. He has found the way through. He is just caressing the ball. Seedorf. Raul. Well read, nice interception. And the referee brings it to a close. Casapia have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Dembele claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So a game of thrills and tiny margins, so many what-ifs and what might-have-beens, but eventually we have a winner.
Casapia really wanted this. I mean, look at those players now. Some are barely able to move. They squeezed every ounce of energy out of themselves to get this result, and congratulations to them.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.